This video is made possible by the EA Creator Network. Hey everybody, welcome back to the SoaR channel. So today I have Drumbum here and myself. So Drumbum, go and give a little hello.
Yo, what's up everybody? How we doing?
Let's get it. So we're going to talk about who we are in just a second. I'm going to give you guys the rundown of the video format. We're going to be talking about Mad Maggie, her passive ability, her tactical ultimate ability. We're going to be going through tips. We're going to be talking through meta. We're going to be talking about the new control mode. Is it competitive? All those fun things will be time-stamped. And honestly, we have thousands of hours in Apex. I know myself, I hit Masters again this season, so we're pretty well versed in the game. And Drumbum, talk a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, for sure. I've almost 4,000 hours in the game. I've been Masters like 5 or 6 times. I play every day for at least 5 hours a day. Yeah, and I've been playing Apex for a couple years now, so I think we're pretty good people to talk about this topic. You know what I'm saying? I'm very well versed in the competitive side, the ranked side, and the casual side of the game. So I'm excited to talk about this stuff.
So be sure to follow him on his Twitter and his Twitch. So it's all going to be down in the description down below. And let's get into it. Let's do this. Let's talk about Mad Maggie first and foremost, right? Let's talk about what we think probably the more controversial topic. And just so everyone knows context, we were playing in the event today. Drumbum and I got exclusive first look at everything. We got a lot of playtime of Mad Maggie. So her passive ability with her shotguns, thoughts, the faster movement.
I'm gonna be honest. To me, it's like a Horizon level passive good. Anything. I'm a big movement guy. I love movement characters. That's like my favorite thing to do. Entry frag kind of situation. So I think her passive is really great. The fact that you can have movement speed and strafe speed that is the same as you holstering your weapons when you have a shotgun in your hand. And I run a lot of wingman peacekeeper combo, wingman mastiff, stuff like that. So getting in close range combat, close range fights, being able to strafe faster than your enemies can strafe when they have the same gun out is honestly a huge deal. And it might be my favorite part of her kit, if I'm being honest.
It's really strong. And just so you guys know who are watching, her movement velocity is 299 velocity when she has her shotgun out, which is the same thing as her movement velocity. So what do you think about the fact that whenever you shoot at an opponent that it pretty much scans them out? And keep in mind, control mode, there is the outline versus the actual scan portion of Mad Maggie, right?
Right. So both of us, we played nothing but control for the new season so far. I'm pretty sure I can't speak for Dazs, but me personally, I haven't touched pubs at all or any battle royale or arenas or anything like that. So to see it in that, see it in those game modes, I think will can showcase it a little bit better because obviously in control we do have the enemy outlines period. But I think that people are very concerned that it's going to be overpowered or broken because I think we're all a little bit burnt from what happened with SoaR when SoaR first came out.
Yeah.
But I think when it comes to Maggie, I believe the scan only shows to her, not her teammates. And it's for such a short amount of time that it does give you a little bit of advantage of when to push and when not to push. But besides that, I think that it's pretty balanced in comparison to something like a Bloodhound scan or a SoaR scan. How do you feel about it, Dazs?
Is it really not for the teammates as well? I actually thought it outlined the teammates for them as well. I could be going crazy.
Okay, so it was really hard to tell in control, and we don't have patch notes yet. Like I can't read any of that. So I don't know but just from the little communication I had playing control, no one said that they could see any outlines that weren't the control outlines versus my personal outlines. So I guess we'll have to wait till the patch notes come out to confirm that. But
I guess I could definitely kind of got overwhelmed by just control the outline in general, which would be very different because in control there just was people everywhere, compared to the BR where it's going to be more focused and your positioning really matters.
Right. And it's super hard to tell the difference between the control because you have to be able to tell your enemy team versus your team. So the control outline versus the Maggie outline, it was kind of hard to tell and discriminate between the two. But I think when we see her in battle royale or even arenas, we can really get an enhanced look at how her passes will really work and enhance the team play.
Agreed. So let's talk about her tactical. Her tactical ability was Riot Drill. It does 160 damage to the target dummies in the test range, no helmet. It does 99 to Gibraltar whenever he's got fortified, and 124 to his standard legend. This is an ability that's also really strong because you can't really hide behind cover, and it really is quite impressive. It doesn't slow, just so people are aware. It doesn't slow, but it's really strong.
Right. Yeah. I have a question for you when it comes to this ability.
Yeah.
Do you think that it kind of has the same effect that a thermite does, or it kind of evens out the fact that we can say a fuse or honestly anybody can throw a thermite behind cover the same way that Maggie can shoot her tactical behind cover?
That's actually a really good point. Honestly, it probably is. I think it has the same stopping power, to be honest,
Right.
of a thermite. So it's essentially giving Mad Maggie a free thermite.
Right.
Every
a permanent thermite.
every 22 seconds, just FYI, 22 seconds, she gets a free thermite.
I think it's a pretty good cooldown. I think the best part about that, or the most interesting part about that, is you can shoot it on one side of cover and it goes all the way through the other side of cover. Not just doors, but walls, crates, anything. So the outplay ability, and the biggest part we're not even talking about, the fact that it can shoot through a Gibraltar bubble.
That huge.
It's the first time we've ever seen something besides maybe a crypto ultimate, but a tactical at that, counter Gibraltar specifically.
We didn't see it in Control, but you probably saw from the test range. What's interesting is that Horizon's actually a big counter to her tactical, because it shoots up her tactical right up into the air and blocks it, unless it's already stuck to a wall. Once it's stuck to a wall, that's kind of it. But Horizon's a great way to get out of the way. I think overall, though, that her tactical pretty much destroys the defensive legend meta, considering now caustic barrels can be broken. And by the way, caustic barrels, 150 damage for them to be broken.
I'm happy about that. And I can't speak for anybody else, but I'm very happy that you can shoot out caustic barrels. I was doing it left and right all throughout today playing Control.
I need some people to put comments down below. Let us know what you think about the caustic nerf.
Absolutely.
Any closing thoughts? What do you think about the tactical? We move on to the ultimate.
Yeah, I just think the tactical can be used really well. It is strong, but because the tick damage is so slow, and obviously any player that's aware of what's going on is not going to just sit in the fire. So I think it's better for zoning than applying damage, but more so applying pressure. So I definitely don't think it's broken. I think it's pretty balanced. I'm excited to see how it works. And like I said, we always saw it in Control where there's a million people running around at all times. So it'll be really interesting to see in a fair 3v3 situation.
Agreed. And of course, the final zone with 6 squads, a competitive, is going to be the concern. I don't know how to solve for that. If a Gibraltar bubble goes down and then 6 people shoot Mad Maggie riot drills right into him, I'm pretty sure that team is dead. Just flat out. I think
definitely. A lot has to do with positioning, but like I said, we'll have to see how she plays out in Battle Royale. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see for sure.
With her ultimate ability, so everyone is up to speed and educated, it's a 1 minute and 30 second cooldown, goes in a straight line. She pretty much throws a wrecking ball forward that cannot be destroyed, and whenever it hits an opponent, it does, from what I was able to calculate, 9 to 20 damage. Her ultimate ability. So I know in Control we were kind of see it just pop, but 1 minute and 30 seconds from the test range, just able to kind of catch out. I think this ability is probably a little too strong because in BR rotation, we're gonna 1 minute and 30 is literally a Lobo ult, by the way.
Right.
She has both, we talked about the scans. She's got a scan to kind of point out an opponent for herself. She's got her tactical ability to push somebody out, and she has the ability to push and get out. Even though it is a double-edged sword, what do you think, and what are your thoughts? Is it too strong? I think it kind of is, but, I want your thoughts.
Yeah, I definitely think that the combination of both movement and demolition and damage is always a very, fine line to walk. You know what I'm saying? Usually we have, characters like Octane and Wraith, and their rotational abilities are purely just that. You can't damage anybody with a Wraith portal. You can't damage anybody with an Octane jump pad. So to give Maggie something that's rotational along those lines, and it's very good, and there's a lot of speed pads that come out of the ball, as I'm sure you can see in the footage. And the fact that it can also kind of shake up an AoE and do a little bit of damage and bounce some people around, it can be put over the line of being a little bit too strong because there's so many abilities tied to it. But my favorite part about it is how unique it is. I would have never, I'm not a game developer, but I would never have thought, hey, let's throw a giant wrecking ball that makes you run faster if you hit speed pads that bounces all, something like that is really cool to see. It's just, in Battle Royale, rotational abilities plus damage doesn't always equal balanced.
And just so everyone knows, the speed does not stack with Bloodhound. Does not stack with what they bring, does not stack with Octane or Bangalore. So it is its independent speed boost.
Right.
Now the question, is she meta?
Ooh, well, this is I've been talking about this a lot, especially today while we were testing it live for people. We haven't gotten the chance to play her in Battle Royale. And if we know, we know how Battle Royale is right now. The main form of competitive gameplay is in the Battle Royale, the main meat of the game. So I don't want to say anything, affirmatively, but having a Gibraltar counter is extremely, extremely important. If you know anything about ALGS, I believe ALGS NA has 100% pick rate for Gibraltar, and EU is 90 8%, something
Yeah.
along those lines. It's like there's always a Gibraltar. So having anything that can compete against or counter a Gibraltar is automatically going to be bumped up towards the meta. She's not only can she do that, she also has the rotational ability like an Octane or a Wraith. It's very possible. It's very possible we're going to see her played very, very often at higher level ranks, and where the meta is extremely important and maybe even competitively. What do you think? Do you think that she's meta?
I think she's meta. I honestly want to run her over Watson, even though Watson's kind of my main. She just is so aggressive and so fun, and it destroys the fact of anybody playing defensively. She's the ultimate breacher. So I am really curious to see, because if everyone runs Mad Maggie, then playing defensively just kind of feels, how do you beat out such an aggressive legend? How?
Right.
Yeah. She's just that
Absolutely.
strong. I mean, of course, we'll see. Time will tell.
Right, and the thing is that's so crazy about her is that she kind of appeals to every play style, and like she can zone. She has rotational abilities. She also has movement abilities in her passive, especially running shotguns. Like she's such an aggressive character that kind of lends to the sweaty Wraith main or even the zoning type of player, like maybe a Crypto or something like that. And the fact that she has scans as well. I mean, it's she's a powerful one for sure. I'm excited to see how she shakes up the meta. When we see her in BR and arenas and stuff like that.
So speaking of the various modes, control mode, we played it quite extensively.
Yes.
It was our dedicated mode. What do you think of it?
Dude, I love it. I wholeheartedly, genuinely love it. I've been begging for a respawnable, objective-based game mode in this for almost 3 years now that this game has been out. I am extremely excited. My main thing is this. I know me and you talk about this a lot, and it falls a lot into both of our content, especially yours and your partnerships with AimLab and stuff like that. I love any space that allows me to work on improving on specific things, right? And I really think that Control brings a huge factor that they might have not considered, besides just the fun and the different the different take on Apex. It also like forces you to work on specific gun skills. You're respawnable. You're not going to die and the game is over. So you have to, you take the time to get better with the guns that, you're provided, which is a really, really, really positive thing in my opinion. How do you feel about Control?
I literally reinforce everything you say. I believe that everyone who feels a certain way about Apex is going to play Control mode and find something they love. Honestly, and it's the fact that it's free to play. It's a new mode. I know it's limited time only right now, but it makes me start to ask the question: can this be competitive? And I really am starting to think it can be, because I mean those rounds are pretty intense that we've had like towards the end there. So like I think it could be competitive. What do you think about it?
Yeah. Well, we've seen obviously in the space of esports right now, there's the juggernauts of tactical shooters, but they're all objective based, and then there's things like arena shooters, and this kind of brings that feeling, that vibe to Apex, which in my opinion has the most unique character abilities plus movement plus gun play than probably all those games kind of combined. So I definitely think that it could be competitive. I don't know if that's their goal at the moment or like where they want to take the content, but I think that you get a good team of 9 together versus another good team of 9, it would be wonderful to watch. So yeah, definitely I think that in the future, if they decide to keep the mode around and look at things like maybe an ALGS level control game mode, or maybe like a high or ranked control would be a whole other dynamic compared to the way the game is played now, because right now everyone's kind of running around shooting, like trying to cap the objectives, but like also just trying to get as many kills as they possibly can. A competitive way to play that game would change it definitely. So yeah, I'd be excited to see a competitive future for Control. Speaking
of like legend abilities, one of the biggest quote unquote reworks that we saw, which is even kind of a small one but makes a big change, was Crypto. What did you think? I honestly thought the change was really good. It made Crypto feel very oppressive. I know everyone is concerned about Mad Maggie and the fact of her scans, but now we have Crypto, who is now more mobile than he ever has been. I was playing him quite a bit today, and my gosh, is he effective. Like Bloodhound, they have the ability to scan, but forcing an opponent to make a choice between the drone, if it's put out aggressively like that, and Crypto, while he can still make a big play and wall bounce and kind of move his way in.
Right.
It's crazy. And just so you guys know, the change of what crypto, how it happened, is that if you use your tactical, he throws the drone forward. You can still get in the drone. Everything pretty much looks the same, but the drone has the ability to push forward while you are still pushing forward yourself, keeping up with your team and recalling it back and forth. So what do you think about the change in the adjustment? Did you get to play crypto at all?
Yeah, I played a little bit of crypto for sure. Most of my time playing crypto was in the firing range, testing them out, getting some content, some shots of like what the changes were. But I definitely think that the way that they implemented crypto, they kind of broke his number one, disability in the game, which is being stuck. Like if you wanted to access that drone, if you wanted to help your team, you had to find cover away from the fight, away from the engagements, throw your drone out, and you're vulnerable. Now he can do that, assist his team, and cause a distraction, and still be viable in the fight and in the engagement. So yeah, I definitely think that we're gonna see a lot more crypto around here.
Apex Legends Season 12, with everything going on, is it going to be good? What do you think? Biggest thoughts? Honest thoughts, be honest.
Honest, wholehearted thoughts. I think that the changes that we saw today are very, how would I say, very controversial. Like they didn't remove tab strafing, but it's different. There's movement mechanics that are different. They did remove punch boosting. There's certain things that, like some people may not be excited for, but after playing the past couple of days, and especially today, being able to play control, get my hands on something fresh, new for Apex. Honestly, anytime there's anything new, and we saw the roadmap, they posted on their Twitter a couple of days ago, the roadmap, we see more events, more LTMs, more things than we probably have seen in the past couple of seasons. So, maybe I'm just being positive and hopeful, but I think season 12 might be a banger. And I think it'll set a foundation for what's to come after that. Yeah, control is a thing right now, a 9v9 game mode with objectives. What about maybe a deathmatch, maybe a TDM, maybe, more things based around these things that expand the way that this game is played? Because I think that Apex can go toe to toe with the big boys in all the categories because it's so well made when it comes to gunplay, movement, and characters. So I think that season 12 would be good.
I agree. There's even big changes like, the flatline and the longbow being put in the crafter. The Volt is being put in the care package, alternator back on ground loot. And I honestly think we cover just about every single change and adjustment within just this quick video. And we've been blitzing through everything at a pretty good pace. I honestly think, and again, I'm being probably hopeful as well, but season 12 looks like the communication's on point. I'm really excited despite the changes being what they are. I like even those changes, I'm not necessarily too upset. I feel like they're healthy changes as well. Maybe I would have put the rampage in the care package myself. Maybe instead of putting the flatline in the care package, maybe make another weapon craftable. But then now we're just nitpicking essentially. But overall, I am really pumped. I have nothing really much more to say. Hopefully we covered quite a bit. If you guys, I'll let Drumbum put some closing thoughts, and then we'll be sure to make sure you guys don't forget to leave a like and comment on the video as well. I mean, this is a lot of information. We did our best in the background to provide as much footage of everything we were talking about. Right, Drumbum?
Yeah, most definitely. I think that this shows, a lot of progress for Apex, a lot of good things for the future. And I think that, being on SoaR, we're going to be on top of a lot of these things. So if you guys want to see more content from us, more collaborations between, the SoaR Apex people, between me, Daz, Dre, Hollow, Ross, Spooky, all of us, make sure you let us know in the comments what you guys want to see. Maybe if possible, I don't know how private servers could work in the future, but maybe a 9v9 control SoaR tournament? Who knows? So let us know what you guys think in the comments.
That would be pretty cool.
I agree. That'd be pretty cool.
All right, everyone. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe in the video, and we'll see you guys all in the next one.
Let's go.